So here's something interesting to consider. I was recently studying a workshop on superconsciousness, and the teacher made a reference to the mind and that the brain is 25% of the mind. So this is an interesting way of presenting things. In traditional psychology, materialist reductionist psychology, the idea is that we only exist in the brain, and that the brain is the sum total of our personality and existence here, which is really atheism, the absence of spirit or God or any of these other forces. But this consideration that the brain is 25% of the mind is a really nice way to describe what has also been presented by Rupert Sheldrake, Cambridge biologist, when he talks about non-local mind and localized brain. So non-local mind is the quantum field or the quantum intelligence that surrounds all things. Really, we can say this is God or Goddess or the intelligence of life, love, wisdom, joy that surrounds all things. And we interact as this biological creature with this field, with this quantum field, with this non-locality. So in this regard, we can see the brain and the body as some kind of antenna receiving information, tuning into information, and then transmitting it, which is our experience, which is our expression. So imagine, as in a radio, there's many different radio stations, and these represent all the different varieties of intelligences that exist in the quantum field. And this radio set, which is the biology, the brain, body, can tune in to particular radio stations. And this tuning in is what gives us the experience of thinking, feeling, sensation. So there's this whole realm of experience that comes into our awareness, experience and expression because we simply tune in. So really our focus, our capacity to place intention is what tunes the radio dial. Now you might have noticed this when you start to tune into a particular vision or thought or intention, desire. This narrows your vision, like blinkered vision, and this is all you begin to see, or you begin to attract, or you begin to become aware of. If you don't believe me, do the butterfly experiment, where you focus on butterflies for 30 days with an intention, and then be aware to receive all the butterflies around you, regardless of the season. And you'll notice them on postcards and billboards and videos and in real life as well. Yeah, what we focus on is what we tune into. It's the bandwidth, it's the radio station. So putting this all together, how can the brain be 25% of the mind? Well, the brain in this regard is the receiving mechanism, receiving and transmitting. Yeah, so our brain and biology is the place where life is expressed through. But the information field, the source field, comes from the non-local mind, which is the infinite intelligence, which exists on multiple dimensions, which are not visible in the same way that we understand the brain and the body. They are vibrational, fields of resonance. This is not so hard to believe. You can't see the radio waves, you can't see the music flying through the air, and yet you can hear it when you turn the radio on. So it's not such a big step to open up to the possibility that there is a quantum intelligence that surrounds all things that we can interact with. This completely changes the model of who and how we are as a human being. Instead of being this reductionist model that we're trapped inside of a body and a personality, time-bound, in fact we are infinite creatures, divine beings, sacred beings, which exist in the quantum field. And in this personalized biology, we can attune to this and become the expression of this larger field of intelligence. This explains telepathy, empathy, inspiration, any kind of dreaming or visioning. It's very easy to put this new model of the multidimensional self, part of us existing within the body, and most of us existing in the non-locality of the mind field, which I also call the heart field. Quantum heart resonant intelligence is how I refer to this. So hopefully this is interesting. Make some comments, but more importantly, start to explore the nature of yourself. Imagine the possibility that you exist beyond the brain. Now that poses all sorts of questions about life after death, people call this. But actually, what about becoming present to this infinite field here and now? Becoming familiar with the quantum field heart resonance now. And this working with it is the constant field of inspiration for me, and enlivenment and connection. For me, it connects us through the field of telepathy, empathy, sensitivity, which I call telepath sensitivity. Yeah. Anyway, lots in there in this talk. Hopefully you can digest this, breathe this in, and explore it. Explore the possibility of yourself existing together with, harmonically, quantum heart field resonance. Yeah. And then manifesting this as expression and experience to this beautiful human instrument form that we are currently in. Thank you for listening. Sending you lots of love and blessings and quantum resonant heart field connection.